Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear friends, welcome to TATA Crucible, the Campus Quiz 2021. This year, the Campus Quiz is going to be an entirely digital experience. Thousands of you have been part of the preliminary rounds, from which we are now down to the 24 cluster rounds. The stage is set, and it just does not get bigger than this. Presenting the wildcards at the cluster rounds is the only lady professional quiz host across Asia, a lady who was among 40 under 40 in the year 2020 in that list. A prolific host, no new face to TATA Crucible. Time for you to welcome on stage Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TATA Crucible Campus Quiz 2021. Here we are about to begin the first wildcard of the Bihar cluster, which is cluster number 19. Let me introduce all of our contestants to you and then move into the wildcards itself. First up, we have Dilip from IIM Bodh Gaya. Following him is Shashank from NIT Patna. Anupam from CNLU. Priyansh Khare from NIT Patna, Deepak from CNLU, and completing this lineup here today is Priyansh from CNLU. Rules of the game, guys: +1 if you get it right, -1 if you get it wrong. 3 out of the 6 of you will make it to the cluster final. All your audience questions will be asked during the cluster final. Also, the buzzer indicator light will not appear during the wildcard. However, I will let you know on who has pressed the buzzer. Rest of the rules have been explained to them. So let's start the wildcard. Good luck, guys. Question number 1. Here we go. Which brand partnered with the Postal Department of Japan to market a postcard-like product sold only at the post office that can be mailed to students as an edible good luck charm? I'll help you out. Your options are Mars or Kit Kat. Oh, Deepak, go ahead.
Mars.
Ooh, taking a -1 on that is Deepak. The answer I was looking for is Kit Kat. Never mind, we're still in the first question of this wildcard. You can easily negate it and move it to the positives. Question number 2, here we go. What was initially called David and Jerry's Guide to the World Wide Web? Oh, no one taking on this one either. Time's up. 5 seconds of time is up. The answer I was looking for is Yahoo. Yahoo would have given you that +1. I think our contestants are just getting a little concerned about the negatives. Moving on, question number 3, here we go. Which online and mobile classifieds player raised $90 million from a group of investors led by Swedish investor firm Investment Kinnevik? I'll help you out. OLX or Quikr? Dilip, go ahead.
OLX.
Oh, taking a -1 on that. Quikr is the right answer. Moving on, question number 4. Here we go. What on 15th May 1950 issue of Time magazine became the first man-made product to feature on its cover? I said first man-made product, 1950 15th May issue. Oh, no one going on this one either. The answer I was looking for is Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola brand featured. It's a very beautiful cover. You should go back and check. All right, moving on. Question number 5. Here we go. This company that vies to being the 3rd place in your life gets its name from a book about a great white whale. What am I talking about? Chain of coffee shops. Priyansh P, go ahead.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, I said chain of coffee shops. -1 on that, Priyansh. The answer I was looking for is Starbucks. I'm not saying Dunkin' Donuts does not give you coffee, but they're primarily a donut brand and not a coffee shop brand. Moving on, question number 6. Here we go. To encourage tourism, in April 2015, the Central Shinjuku Ward of Tokyo named which film character as an official cultural ambassador? I said Tokyo and I said film character. You can't miss this one. It's too huge to miss. Oh, come on, guys. 5 seconds of time is up. Priyansh, I'm sorry. The time is up. I can't allow you to answer now. The answer I was looking for is Godzilla. I said Tokyo and I said film character. I said too huge to miss. I mean, I think you guys are getting too worried about the negatives. Don't do that. Enjoy the quiz. Let's move on. Question number 7. Here we go. Get up and go was the line used on the website of which famous game? I'll help you out. Pokemon Go or Subway Surfers? Anupam, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Pokemon Go.
+1 to you. Absolutely right. He gets a +1 on that. Moving on. Question number 8. Here we go. Around 1965, a scientist working at Unilever's research center in Mumbai asked a question no one had asked ever before. If less vitamin B3 in the body could lead to pigmentation, could the reverse be true? Which brand was born out of this research? Priyansh P, go ahead.
Fair and Lovely.
+1 to you. Absolutely right. He gets a +1 on that. Question number 9. Here we go. Tizen, Tizen, is an operating system from which company? Shashank, go ahead.
Samsung.
+1 to you. Absolutely right. He gets a +1 on that. Moving on, the last question of this wild card. 2 of them on +1. There is one more slot that is there. Let's see what happens. Question number 10. Who replaced Salman Khan as the brand ambassador for Thumbs Up? Your options, Ranveer. Oh, Shashank, go ahead.
Ranveer Singh.
+1 on that. Absolutely right. Ranveer Singh gives him a +1. Well, Shashank and Anupam have made it to the cluster final. Shashank is on +2 and Anupam on +1. I have a third slot remaining in the cluster final. And let me see who would be on the tiebreaker. Priyansh K and Priyansh P. Both the Priyanshs are on the tiebreaker because both of them are on nil. And Deepak and Dilip cannot take part in the tiebreaker because they are on -1. All right. Both of you Priyanshus, you need to be on your buzzers. This is only between the two of you. Sudden death, guys. You get it right, you move into the cluster final. You get it wrong, the other person moves it into the cluster final. Okay? Good luck to you. Here we go. William, a candle maker, and James, a soap maker, founded a company in 1837. Which company am I talking about? I'll help you out. HUL or PNG? Oh, no one going. Priyansh P, go ahead. You're on the buzzer.
It's PNG.
Absolutely right. +1 to you, and you join Shashank and Anupam into that cluster final. Congratulations, Priyansh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Shashank, Anupam, and Priyansh P make it to the cluster final. You don't go anywhere. The cluster final is coming up in a couple of minutes, so stay tuned.
Friends, put your hands together to welcome on stage Quizmaster Big Brain.
Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pig Brain, here today at yet another edition of the campus version of TATA Crucible for 2021. Today, we bring to you the cluster of Bihar. It's a fascinating cluster which always throws up contestants who can really go the distance. You always have a spread of institutes from the NITs to the BITs to the Law University, and the story this year is no different. You've seen them, well, we've seen them, of course, on the online rounds, the way they've qualified. You've seen them with Rashmi just now as they qualified through those not so easy wildcard rounds to get to the Bihar final. From here, one of them will qualify into the nation's top 24. 100 the value of a right answer, whether they get it right or wrong. 24 questions separating them from the round of 24. 5 seconds is all they get as a question time, so it's like speed chess in the world of quizzing. You got to think and think fast. For now, we'll meet our finalists before we move in to the game itself. Qualifying as our first finalist here today, representing CNLU, is Mohammad Mahatab. Welcome to you to this final. As our second contestant here today, also from CNLU, qualifying into the final is Animesh. Welcome, Animesh. Neighboring Animesh from BIT Patna, representing them here today in this final is Ayush. Welcome to you. Neighboring Ayush from NIT Patna, which is where we normally host this quiz when we are in Patna. So representing technically what would have been a host college is Shashank. Welcome to you. And as our next finalist here today in the final is Anupam, representing CNLU from Patna. Welcome to you. And completing our lineup also from CNLU as they continue to dominate this quiz as they normally tend to do is Priyansh. Welcome, Priyansh.